All right, folks, welcome to the 2017-2018 Bull City Winter Tennis League Divisional Showcase Reveal Spectacular Extravaganza. As you've gathered, this is your Commissioner Shane speaking. Deputy Commissioner Ivan Ross could not be with us today. He is out recruiting for the 2018-2019 Bull City Winter Tennis League. Our work never stops. He's very much like Nick Saban that way, just a workaholic. So he couldn't be here, but I did want to acknowledge him because his presence will be felt in a way that I'll explain momentarily. So what are we doing today? The answer is that we are taking the 24 brave souls who have signed up for Bull City Winter Tennis and dividing those 24 into two divisions of 12 players each. And the easy way to do that, of course, would just be to randomize it, to have 12 in each league. And in theory, that could work. Most of us are 3-5s. Maybe we have a couple 3-0s, a couple 4-0s. But for the most part, we're all sort of in that 3-5 range. But the more we talked about it, the more Ivan and I decided that if we just did the straight random route, it could lead to one division being stacked, the other being weak, or whatever. There could be some discrepancies there. And so we decided we needed a system to ensure that we'd have a little bit of parity in the leagues. And so what follows is a system we decided upon, and credit where it's due, it's mostly the brainchild of Ivan Ross. I contributed a few quirks here and there, but mostly this is Ivan's doing. So I'm going to explain that as we get going here, just so we're completely accountable and you guys know what we're doing. So let me introduce you to a website called tennisrecord.com. This is what you see here as I share my screen with you. Hopefully there's nothing embarrassing that's going to be used against me later, but I think I was very careful. But tennisrecord.com is a site that takes every player in the country. It takes their USTA results over the last 2 years, and what it does is it gives you an estimated dynamic rating, which you can see in the third column here. And what that means basically is instead of just saying, oh, you're a 3-5 or you're a 3-0 or a 4-0, it gives you a rating down to 4 decimal places based on your results in every single league, which obviously the USTA website doesn't do. So it's kind of cool if you ever want to check out yourself or other players or whatever. And so I here have sorted for the southern section, North Carolina district, and then our local Durham, Chapel Hill, River. And so let's see, if we do a Control F and we say Shane Ryan, there I am, the 581st best player in Durham, and my dynamic rating is 3.1889. So that's where I am. And then if we search for Ivan Ross, he is number 470, top 500 player, pretty amazing, and significantly better at a 3.4048, which is weird. I beat him the last 3 times we played. He made me promise not to say that, but I'm going to anyway. But anyway, so he's had better results in USTA than me, and so he's ranked there. And so what I did, and Ivan and I did this, we went through the 24 players in Bull City Winter Tennis. 22 of them had ratings, and so we kind of just went through 1 through 22, and then we had 2 players who have not had enough USTA results. And from there, as you'll see here, we made a few pods. In fact, we made 4 pods with 6 players each. So pod A, you can see right here, is Chris Jakes and 5 other players. Pod B, leading off with Ivan. And these are their ratings, these numbers you see next to them. Pod C has me at the bottom, barely hanging on. And then Pod D, again, all very good players, including our two unrated guys. And so what we decided to do was we're going to take from each pod, we're going to have 3 players that go in one division, such as the Lemoyne division, as you see here, and 3 players that go in Kloosterling. And so that way I think we can ensure a little bit of parity and just make sure we have a nice competitive balance in the league. And I think that'll be great. So, look, this is not a perfect system. You've got someone here like Paul, who is a really good player, in my opinion, a Pod A player, but he's in Pod B. TJ Newton is an excellent player who kicked my butt in singles. He's in Pod D. He, is certainly better than me and should at least be in Pod B or C, whatever. It's not like there's not complete justice, but I think it's the best system we have, and overall, I think it's like more or less accurate. So we're going to use it. And so then the question becomes, okay, how do we separate the people in different pods into their divisions? For that, going back to Google Chrome here, we're going to use a website called draftpicklottery.com, which I've used it before for fantasy drafts and things like that. So what we do is we'll say, okay, Bull City Winter Tennis is our league name. For each time, we're going to say there's 6. We're going to click straight. And this is just an example of what we'll do, but I'll say, let's go Shane, Ivan, Sam, Gray, Alex, and Charlie. And we'll take these 6 names. We'll go back to our divisions tab here and put this over here. And I'll say submit. And what that does is it randomizes them. And so we don't know what the order is going to be here, but the system will be that whoever is pick 1 will go in the Lemoyne division here. Pick 2 will go in Kloosterling. Pick 3 to Lemoyne, 4 to Kloosterling, 5 Lemoyne, 6 Kloosterling, and you get it. And we'll go down from there and make the divisions. So you reveal it by clicking it. Pick 1, Sam. Okay, so Sam we'd put as the number 1 in the Lemoyne division. Pick 2 would be Charlie. So Charlie would go over here in Kloosterling. Pick 3 is going to go in Lemoyne. That would be Alex. 4 would go in Kloosterling. That's Gray. 5, Ivan, Lemoyne. And I have a feeling this is me. Pick 6. Shane would go in Kloosterling. So I'm not going to write all those out because I think you guys basically get it. So that's what we are doing today. So let's get to it. I think I've explained everything that needs explanation. And so let's start off with Pod A. So we'll go back to our home page here. And this is the moment we've all been waiting for. So BCWT Pod A. 6 players. Doing it straight. All right, number 1, Chris Jakes. I have played Chris in, I think, every single format, doubles, mixed, and singles, probably like 8 or 9 times in the last 2 years. Have never beat him. I think he's a worthy top seed, and I would say he's the favorite. I would say the system works here. He's probably the favorite to win this year. But he can certainly be beat, especially by someone like Michael Hieronymus, who won last year, our defending champ, holder of the Hieronymus horn, Tyler Carroll, meanest kick serve in Durham that I've seen anyway. Matthew Grayson, I don't know him well, but he beat Paul once, I think I saw on USTA, which is very impressive. Sebastian Fangler, another Hollow Rock guy who gave us fits this year in our spring league. And finally, Lucas Hubbard, very good player that I've never played personally, but have seen him play a few times, including an epic tiebreak match with Ivan Ross on a very hot day this summer. So let's start there. Let's submit. Here we have our randomized order. And man, this is exciting. This is it. Moment we've all been waiting for. Pick number 1 is going to go to the Lemoyne division. It is Tyler Carroll. Tyler Carroll. Good player, strong player, worthy number 1 pick. Pick 2, Chris Jakes. Going number 1 in Kloosterling. Pick 3, Michael Hieronymus. Okay, defending champ. There he is. Pick 4, Sebastian Fangler. So 2 Hollow Rock guys inevitably going to go head-to-head. That will be a match to watch. We got Matthew Grayson is the 3rd in Lemoyne. And pick 6 is Lucas Hubbard, of course, going in Kloosterling. All right, so that is our first... those are our first 6 players being spread across there. So, Pod B time. Let's go to the homepage once more. Oops. Okay, back to the homepage. Bull City Winter Tennis Pod B. 6 players. Straight up. All right, Ivan Ross. Is he a little overrated at 3-4? Who knows? I guess we'll see. Frederick Holding, who famously partners with Sid Fleischman in doubles. Very good doubles team. Have not seen him play singles. Leo Brothers, good player. I've played before. Always a difficult guy to face. Paul Greba Clark, last year's runner-up in Bull City Winter Tennis. Did not lose in the regular season. Finally fell to Hieronymus, but not without a good fight. Gray Wilson, good player, tall guy, great serve. Very eager to come to net, and good when he gets there. And then finally, Juan Rojas, probably the meanest topspin forehand of anybody in the league, I would say. All right, so here's our second batch, and They are now randomized. The system works. Back to our divisions here. All right, again, number 1 going to Lemoyne is Ivan Ross. All right, Ivan, let's see what you got over there. Chance to prove yourself. Paul Grevitt-Clark, who has defeated both of the top 2 in Klusterling division in USTA. I know that because I watched it happen as captain, so that's going to be a good one. Frederick Holding going to Lemoyne. Juan Rojas going to Klusterling. Okay. Gray Wilson over to Lemoyne. And finally, Leo Brothers in Klusterling. All right, excellent. We are smoking right along here. Let's get back to the pods. Back to, make that visible, back to draftpicklottery.com. All right, BCWT Pod C. 6 players, straight up. All right, Vincent Pareja, number 1. I have played Vincent once in doubles. Very tight match. Very good match, which he won. Drew Langsam beat me in a 15-13 match tiebreaker, the only time we played singles. Heartbreaker. Sam Berger, the person I've played with the most on this planet. Again, there's a common theme here. I lose to Sam quite a bit. Ryan Goff, who was in my division last year. Aaron Kirchenfeld, another Hollow Rocker. And finally, myself, Shane Ryan. Let's submit it. Let's get back to our divisions. Bring that up. And here we go. Number 1 going to Lemoyne is Drew Langsam. He is going to be a tough out there. That's a very, very, very good 7 seed in Lemoyne. Sam Berger going to Klusterling. Okay, Klusterling, not an easy division right now. Vincent Pareja in Lemoyne. Okay, and Shane Ryan going to Klusterling. Pick 5, Ryan Goff over in Lemoyne. And finally, Aaron Kirchenfeld coming down to Klusterling. Good stuff. All right, let's go back to draftpicklottery.com. We've got one more to do, the final pod. Bull City Winter Tennis Pod D. Our last one. And here we have Charlie Davis. Made some noise last year. Another Hollow Rock guy, or at least used to be. Matt Curry, Southern Village, one of 2 Southern Village Chapel Hillers making the journey to Durham this year. TJ Newton, mean backhand. I made the mistake of trying to pick on his backhand for an entire match, and I paid the price. Alex Soper, my doubles partner. We have played 2 matches this year where we had match point and went on to lose. Not Andres Rojas, Andres Rojas. And finally, Alan Faulkner. Okay, here we go. Those last 2 guys, unrated, but I've heard good things about both, and I've played with Alan. Good player. Submit one last time in the divisions. Let's go. Pick 1, Charlie Davis. Coming over to Lemoyne. Pick 2, Alan Faulkner in Klusterling. Pick 3, Andres Rojas. Pick 4, Alex Soper in Klusterling. Pick 5, TJ Newton. And finally, our last guy, I can't even remember who it is. Matt Curry, of course. Yes, the unforgettable Matt Curry. How could I? So here we have it. I'm going to email these out in a second, but now you know how it went down. These are our 2 divisions this year. Looks to me like we've got a nice, evenly matched set of divisions, and I think we're going to have a great year. So thank you, everybody, if you watch this, and if you didn't, I totally understand, and you'll never hear this anyway. So I'll sign off, and we will see you with the schedule, the official schedule for BCWT next week. All right, bye, everybody.